Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily 2-card reading for Thursday, February 29th, 2024. And this is a special day because it is Leap Day. We don't always get a 29th in February. You know, every 4 years we get a Leap Day. And so I just want to take a moment to wish happy birthday to all you Leap Day babies out there. I know you're all out there telling people you're like 6 years old or 8 years old or 10 or 12 years old. And that's good. I mean, you might be celebrating your 12th actual birthday, but we all know you've danced around the sun as many times as the rest of us. So anyways, happy birthday to you all. I know several of you. And you know, today you don't have to decide. Are you going to celebrate your birthday on February 28th? Or are you going to celebrate it on March, 1st? Today you get to celebrate it on February 29th. So congratulations for that. So today we are working with a new deck. This is the first of 7 days. The last deck that we worked at was a deck that I work a lot with for shadow work, the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. And I wanted to use another deck by Stacy DeMarco, and this one actually came in the mail today. So this is a brand new deck for me. I've only opened it up about an hour and a half ago, looked through the cards, looked through some of the book, but I really wanted to use it for the readings this week. So it is the Gods and Titans Oracle deck by Stacy DeMarco, and it is beautiful. A couple weeks ago we worked with a goddess. It was the Goddess Power Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Gorgeous goddess energy. I just want to work with masculine energy as well, because I will tell you that I think that divine masculine and divine feminine energy are equally important in our lives, in our world, and really we should see them as two parts of a whole, not as something separate, not as something that one is better than the other. They both are two parts of a whole, and the divine masculine, sometimes we think of the masculine as maybe being corrupted, bullying, pushing, brutal. But really, the things that we get from the divine masculine in its pure form are power, wisdom, action, protection, honor, strength, and focus. Now, of course, these are all things that the divine feminine can have as well, but more strongly associated with the divine masculine. So I really wanted to take a look at this deck. I ordered it, and I'm really excited that it came. So bear with me as I learn this deck with you guys. So as always, I'm going to do my 2-card daily reading where I look at the energy and focus of the, I guess I can let you guys look at the deck. It's a kind of a shiny one, so I've got my lights adjusted to the best I can. So we look at the energy that's coming towards us, which is the force directed towards us from the universe, from our environment, from the things around us. And then the focus is our intention, our effort, or the response that we put back into that energy. And as I've discussed before on these readings, I really feel like readings are a liminal space where we are kind of in transition between, our world and the spirit world. And I think that this is a good time for us to get messages from our spirit guides and guardians, from our divine self, from our divine creator. And I think that oracle decks are a wonderful way to help those messages come through to us. So, alrighty, let us look at our energy for the day. And as I said, this is a new deck for me. See, it's a shiny one. A new deck for me, and so I'm going to do the best I can with these cards, but I believe that the message that is intended will come through to us. And our focus for our Leap Day reading. I want to say before I get started, I always open a circle of light and love and protection around myself in these readings. So I call in my spirit guides and guardians from all the directions and, the heavens, this middle realm, and the lower realm of the underworld too, and to help me be a clear channel for this information for us. So let's see what we do with this brand new deck for me. By the way, I just want to say before I get started that this card here, when I first seen this, this made me think of Spartacus, obviously without the wings, but Andy Whitfield as Spartacus. I got you right there. Beautiful. Anyway, let's look at our energy for the day, and the card we're getting is Typhon. And so this is interesting. Oh, sorry about the shine. Yeah, it's just kind of shiny. Typhon. And the message on the bottom is anger or rage. Typhon, I believe, was one of the Titans. And he came along a little bit later. But basically, he was born in response to the Olympians taking down the Titans, locking them away, taking their powers away from them. And so his purpose really was anger and rage. And that's kind of his focus. And so it's interesting to me that this is the energy that we're getting today. Anger and rage, is it going to be directed towards us? Is it going to be something that we're going to direct towards people? Is it something that is just the energy of the day and it's going to make anger and rage seem like the easiest reaction and response for us? That's kind of what I'm guessing. We're pushing into March, and March, you know, is kind of a funny month. It has a lot of intense energy. That's really all I'll say about March, you know. Lots of intense energy with March. And so I think that maybe that's what we're starting to see. Let me read from the guidebook here for what she says about this. There is a message. There's quite a bit of information with these cards in this book. You know, she has information, like a saying, information in history, if you're looking at these as a shadow side, symbols, invocations, if you wish to call to them. So we're just going to kind of skim this, okay? So the message for Typhon, in here, the book, it just says rage. On the card, it says anger and rage. It says, be aware of how you handle anger and rage, your own and that of others. Seeking an emotional balance leads to peace. It says Typhon is perhaps one of the most terrifying titans of ancient Greece. He was gargantuan in size. Typhon possesses a huge scaly body like a dragon and a head and a torso of a man. His eyes shoot fire, but the most frightening thing about him is his seemingly unquenchable rage. Typhon is the last child of Gaia. Gaia took the side of the Titans during the war with Zeus and the Olympians. The Titans and all who fought with them were defeated, and many died. This gave Gaia a hankering for revenge. Gaia is our lovely earth, we should remember. Typhon, the almost from the moment of his birth, had one reason for living, an expression of this rage. So, what it says here is, should Typhon pay you a visit today, it is a signal to be very aware of how you handle anger and rage. Perhaps you need to learn how to manage more productively the anger you feel or express it in a healthy way. Expressing no anger at all is not the solution either. Passive aggression is simply hidden anger and causes just as many problems, in particular over the long term. Anger in itself is not inherently negative, and it does not, in its purest form, have the positive intent of protection. Being angry is not unhealthy, but we often feel it is, and so we deal with it in unhealthy ways. Explaining why we are angry or upset instead of yelling or pretending it doesn't matter is one way to do this. So, as I said, this energy could be anger directed towards us. It could be us blowing up and being angry at something, other people, at a situation, something that feels uncontrollably. This could also be about how we handle anger that's directed at us. So let's look at what our focus card for the day is. We have Achilles here. This is a beautiful card. Sorry about the shine, trying to get where you can see it. Achilles, just probably the main hero of the Trojan War and a huge, huge, huge hero in Greek mythology. And Achilles' message to us is confidence. Achilles was a great warrior, but he had one weakness. And it was found, and he did die at, during the Trojan War. Probably that was what he was born for, to be a warrior, to be an excellent warrior, to be something that the Greek side was so proud of, and really not even proud of, but depended on him. But one thing that he had in bombs, in bunches and piles, was confidence. I kind of like to think of Achilles as like the movie Troy, how Brad Pitt portrays Achilles, like with all of just the raw confidence you could possibly imagine. I think that's what we've got going on here. So the message here is, and I do want to say, I think that we need to be confident in our response, whether it's anger or rage directed towards us, or anger or rage that we're directing towards the environment that's causing a problem for us. We need to be confident. We need to be sure. We need to know deep within ourselves that we're right. We still need to be careful. We can't just blow up and, be big jerks about everything. We need to be confident, I think, in the words that we're choosing to express our anger or our frustration come across well. Anyway, let's see what she says here. The message is, you are strong, worthy, and confident. Step forward in courage, knowing you can achieve exactly what you desire. And the message, and what she says about Achilles is there anything left to say in the history books about the wonder that was Achilles? What a magnificent warrior. Well, not strictly a god, though he is considered a demigod because he was born of a nymph Thetis. Achilles' confidence, exploits, strengths, and battle skills certainly are fit for a deity. So much did Achilles' mother love him that she could not bear to think that her son would die as mortals do. So to protect him, she plunged him into the river Styx's water of immortality. Unfortunately, the only place the water did not touch was where she held his ankle when she dipped him in. This small handhold became Achilles' vulnerability, although he did not know it. Both beautiful in form and highly masculine in nature, Achilles became one of the most famous heroes of the Troy legend and of Homer's epic, the Iliad. Achilles' defeat of the Trojan prince Hector is perhaps Achilles' most enduring legacy. It says here, Achilles may stride into your life when you need confidence. Achilles walked around confident in his skills, wrapped in an invisible armor that strengthened and protected him. We all need this. Know that you are worthy and capable, and you do have the strengths and smarts to do what it is that you need to do. You may need to grow your self-esteem from the inside out rather than relying on others for your confidence. Know that you are enough. Believe in yourself, and you too will have the armor that keeps you safe. So again, looking at this day's reading, the energy is anger and rage. That's an intense emotion. So something to be aware of, whether it's how we're directing it towards others, how people are directing it towards us, or if it's just kind of the energy of today that's like stirring that pot, stirring that pot, stirring that pot. Be confident in your response. Don't overreact. Take a breath. Know that you've got this. Just be confident, be careful, and I think you'll make the right choices for the day. But again, I'm just saying, be cautious of this day, this little leap day that we only get every 4 years, because the energy might be intense. It might stir things up that make us feel anger, either directed towards us or at others. I hope you found this reading helpful. I hope you've connected with it in some way. I would love to hear any comments you have on the reading. If you've worked with this deck before, I'd love to hear what you have to think of it. Like I said, this is the first day I'm working with the deck. I'm going to kind of learn it as we go through this week, but please like, please share, please subscribe. I would love to help this channel grow so I can help spread these messages to more people. Thank you so much for visiting Simply Liminal with me today. My name is Stacy.